Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I just want to get on here and do a quick update. It's been a while and I feel like crap because I've been on the road and I'm tired and I'm sick. And so please bear with me. And so I want to get on here, kind of touch base about tomorrow. So tomorrow stuff is going to drop in the Oregon legislature. So there's stuff that we're going to have to be paying attention to. There's going to be a short session. I'll let people kind of jump in here. If you guys can hear me, please let me know. Um, I'm trying to not cough into my microphone. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good week. And so this legislative session, we're gonna have what's called a short session. So short session means there's gonna be about 35 days. So it's going to start on February 5th. It's going to go to March 10th. That's the short session. And they're going to focus on budget issues because there's a lot of stuff they didn't get done in the last legislative session because of the walkout, stuff like that. And so they're going to be loaded for bears. We have to be prepared for that. We have to understand. And so information is going to come at you quickly. We're going to have to make sure that we send in our emails to our representatives, and that's how we're going to be a part of this process. And obviously, as soon as I hear things, I will let you know. But I would just want you guys to get spun up and get ready for it. They are coming again. They are not going to stop, and they didn't get the resolution that they wanted with Measure 114 in court, so they're going to try other means. And I don't know what those means are yet. I'm still waiting to hear, but we will know tomorrow. That's when they're supposed to be dropped. And so I just want you guys to kind of understand kind of where we're at, what's going to happen, and so we can be prepared for that. We're going to have to testify. We're going to have to write emails to our legislators. We're going to have to make sure that we're part of this process, or we're going to lose. That's all the only thing I can say. And I hope you guys can see me and hear me. I probably don't sound the greatest just because of my cold. And so I brought that home from Vegas with me. So if you guys can hear me, let me know, please. And so things to think about. So if you remember last year, we were very, very active in the Oregon legislature. We did some big things in the Oregon legislature. We built some momentum. We had some good networking up there. We built the relationship with some of the reps and senators up there, and so those are all great. And so thank you, Martin. I appreciate it. And so that was good. We were in the building. We showed up. We ruined their photo ops. So there's a lot of good things that we did last year, but now we have to follow that up with action again. And I know it's not easy to do and it's not fun to do. But it's something that if we aren't active, we're going to continue to lose. I mean, I can't stress that enough. And it doesn't take a lot. It takes 15 to 20 minutes a day, sending emails to your representatives. What I'll do is I'll try to make it as easy as I can for you guys. You guys can be a part of this. But just understand, we're going to be under attack again. There is a new task force that I do know about, that I'm researching right now and seeing what I want to do about it. So there are some, they call it a gun violence and suicide prevention task force, which I'm watching very closely, and so I'm wondering what I do about that. But everything about me is I want you guys to know everything that I see, obviously. And so tomorrow we'll know more about what bills are going to be loaded into the system with OLIS. And if you don't remember how to navigate OLIS, we can do a refresher on that when these bills drop tomorrow. And so once the bills drop, you can set alerts. So if this, let's say, I'll put bill 1690. Okay, that's just an imaginary bill. If I put 1690 into OLIS, it pulls it up. I can set an alert for that bill, and so no matter what that bill does, if it changes committees, if it goes on to the next hearing, I get an alert every time. It sends me an email. So that's a really good way for you to stay up to date with these things. I'm not sure how many bills there were going to be, just because with the short session, each senator and representative only has 2 bills that they're allowed to present to the floor. And so you can see, the staunch anti-gun groups, they are going to have their bills already ready to tee up. And so, their representatives are going to bring these bills forward, and that's where the fight's going to begin. And so just know that, um it's just, once again, so we only lose if we don't get involved. And so that's kind of where I'm trying to, say, hey guys, it's time to go to work again, because it really is. And so we have some things work in our favor. We have the AI, so we're able to, make up emails, or not make up, but we can use AI to write emails to help us. I will have an extensive contact list for your senator and your representatives. I will put that into the group so you guys can have that as a resource guide. I try to make it as easy as I can. So you guys, I mean, literally 20 minutes. If I can get 20 minutes a day, that's how we're going to stop this stuff. And so I know it's the last thing that we want to do after working all day and dealing with the kids and the families. Last thing we want to do is send an email to politicians, but that's where they think that if we don't reach out to them, that we don't care about this issue, and that's how they continue to take away our rights. And so, that's where, we have to understand what's going on and what's at stake. And that way we can stop this stuff. We can win if we just get involved. We can win if we have enough people that are saying, no, we're not gonna, this is not okay, this is a violation of our 2A rights. And so there's a lot of different things that we can do, and we just got to have a unified voice. And so, that's what I'm trying to do here, is just empower you guys to be part of this process, and so you guys can help. And so, any questions, comments, concerns? um I turn it over to you guys. If you guys have anything that you guys want to weigh in, if you guys have any thoughts on things. um There's certain information I don't want to put out because I don't know who watches these videos. So I don't want to put out any kind of game plan on, you know, I try to be careful with my words because I don't know who sees these. And last thing I want to do is give them, the other side, any kind of ideas on how they can be successful. So I don't want to give them, I do not want them to be successful. I want them to lose, 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 lose every time. And so, yes, give me 1 second, Greg. So I will have that tomorrow. Supposedly it's going to be active starting tomorrow. And so once it's active, we'll be able to search OLIS. We'll be able to find out, obviously, where we're going to be want to focus. Okay, so we're going to be wanting to watch what's called the Ways and Means Committee. That's typically related to the budget. So if they have this new law that's going to go into effect, if it's going to have an impact to the state budget, it's going to have to either go to the Ways and Means Committee, or it would have to go to the Judiciary Committee. Those are both ones that we need to watch. And so that's where everything's going to be in OLIS tomorrow. That's kind of what we're talking about, Matt. So very good. Yes, OLIS, everything is going to be there. And so, they are working on a revision to Measure 110, which I think would be a good thing. And my concern about if they're going to revise Measure 110, if they revise Measure 114, that could be bad for us. So there's a lot to just kind of watch. Just a lot of it, I put out the alert because I just heard from my contact up there. And so I just wanted to, touch base with you guys and just let you know this is what we're getting ready to go back into. We need help. And so, Greg, I will know tomorrow, hopefully. And whatever I see, I'll let you guys know. I'm going to go through OLIS, and so we're looking at OLIS. You can scroll through OLIS, you can see what bills are proposed, and you'll see some that could be placeholders. Okay, so let's say they have this magical bill that's going to take away all your guns. Okay, they might not have all the language ready yet for it to be on OLIS, but they'll have what's called a placeholder. Okay. So a placeholder would be have something that's, closely related to the subject, right? So a placeholder would just be a place where they can just put that bill when it's finally ready. And so another thing that they can do is what's called a gut and stuff. So a gut and stuff is where they have an actual we actually have a bill that's on there, and what they can do is they can rip that thing out of there. They can just put, or they can totally amend it, and they call it a gut and stuff, where they basically take out all the verbiage and then they institute all this other garbage that really could be dangerous for us. So there's a couple different things they can do. Um, and so we have placeholders, we have gut and stuffs. LC, if you see LC, is called a legislative concept. Okay, so a legislative concept is not it's not an official bill yet. It's in the very beginning of this process. So like what I'm watching right now is an LC. This LC has to be teed up, and then it has to, once it goes from an LC, then it'll be assigned to either the House or the Senate side. Once it's assigned either a Senate number or a House, depending on what chamber it starts in, then it becomes an actual bill. And so that these are just things to kind of file away for later, so you guys could understand. I have a list, and I put it here so everybody they can email their senators and reps and they know who they are, and just know. So we're close. We have, I think, a 5-seat deficit in the House, and then a 2 or 3-seat deficit in the Senate. So just something to think about there. I mean, we're really, really close, so we can get some good candidates that can run in the next election. Maybe there's a chance that we can flip a House or flip the Senate, so something to file away for later. So that's kind of where I'm at. So there's a lot to know. There's a lot to monitor. This thing, it's going to be fast and it's going to be quick. The information that I already received for that quote unquote task force, their first hearing is going to be on the 7th. So I got to look at my calendar. Excuse me one second. So that's going to be a Wednesday. So I'll keep everybody up to date. The deal. But I do need people that can get involved. I can't do this all myself, and so I'm not going to do this all myself. I'll tell you right now. So if you guys can get involved and can help out, that's going to be great, because of what I went through last year and the last year and a half with Measure 114, I'm not going to do it again. I'll tell you flat out. So you guys can either be a part of this process and help me and help take some of the pressure off me, or I'm just going to do what I need to do, and I'm not going to worry about this stuff. And I'm going to be very real with you guys. Last year was a lot. There was a lot of burden that was put on me that wasn't shared by the rest of the state. And everybody says, thank you, thank you, thank you, right? Until it's time to buy tires for my rig that I wore out traveling all over the state, until it's time to put fuel in the vehicle, maintenance in the vehicle, all this stuff, printing supplies, all that stuff that cost. And I'm not going to do it this. I told myself I'm not going to do it again this year. So if you guys want to be a part of this, I'd gladly help you guys with this process. But I have a hard line now, and I feel like I was taken advantage of, to be honest with you, and it's between you and me and the fence post. And so I'm evaluating what it looks like going forward in the next legislative session. I will give you the information. I will do what I need to do, but you guys need to step up. So that's all I'm going to say. So I know there's a lot of people that appreciate my work and all that stuff. It's been important, but it's coming a great toll to myself and my personal life, my business, my organization. And so it's time for other people to step up. So, that's where I'm at. So enough of the lecture. So I just had to get it off there so I can get it out in the universe, so you guys know how I'm feeling. So um other than that, once I hear more, and part of it I'm cranky too because I'm sick. So so it is what it is. We'll get through it. I just want to get it all out there, and just know that if we got to figure out how we can do this together, and It comes down to, just sending emails, just, calling them, being professional, being polite, be courteous, that's going to get you further than, yelling at our senators, our representatives. Because typically the people that are answering the emails or answering the phone calls up there, they're staffers. A lot of times they're interns. A lot of times they are people that are still in college, so they're younger. And if you don't make a good impact with them, your information is never going to see. It's never going to be in front of the senator or the representative. So that's really, really important. So, so does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns about things before I wrap this thing up so I can get back to work? So you guys are quiet. I've been quiet. I've just been doing what I need to do. So, so appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys have a good day, you know, and, once I know more, we'll know what we can do, what our options are. So it's been, it's been nice to have some time where we don't have to worry about this, but now it's time to get back involved. So, I hope you guys can help. So that would mean a lot. So anyways, you guys are quiet, so I'm gonna get off here. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. As soon as I hear more, I will put something together so you guys can kind of see everything. I'll try to make it as easy as I can, and then we'll kind of go from there and figure out what we want to do. So, but just plan on, if people live near Salem and can be there, if we need people to be in hearings or submit testimony, all sorts of different things, that'd be very, very helpful. So, all right, you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Have a good day.